So, welcome to a stream. um, Literally, what you are seeing right now is the old sort of ways on GTA that we all used to earn money. So, back in 2013, before any DLC, before you know, like before anything big came out, so like heists or something like that. Before anything like that, we had like missions like this, where we would play Rooftop Rumble for hours on end, where we had this sort of like after the game ended, we had a replay button where you could constantly spam out the button. If you didn't play GTA back in 2013, it was this god of a game. No one had ever experienced a GTA in this good of graphics. No one had ever experienced gunfight like the way we did. I talk like I'm old, but this is how long the game has been out for me. I was 12 when the first GTA came out. Well, I was 11, but when I got the game in October, I was 12. And the old sort of way we used to play this game was we'd come up here, we would hide behind the wall and everything, and we would shoot people and everything like that. But obviously I don't really need to hide anymore, because what's the point of playing GTA normally anymore when literally for years on years I played this game all legit, hoping that I wouldn't get banned. But now I barely ever play the game. It's basically just got repetitive. My aim is brilliant there. But I literally played for hours on hours. Like literally on PC I have nearly 300 hours, which for a lot of people may be a lot, but for more gamers it's not. Where on consoles I had so many more hours put into the game just because I used to only play console. I've recently just got a PC again, meaning I can do all these videos again. And just where we came from to where we are now, we had so much hope for the game, and we always thought that we wouldn't ever get the bullshit we have today with paywalls, fucking flying bikes constantly. You get into a fucking lobby, people are fucking blowing you up. You know, you can't really do much in this game unless you have a mod menu, where if you have a mod menu you can protect yourself from the bullshit that lies around, with people just killing you for no fucking reason, for entertainment on their own behalf, because the game's got that repetitive. Literally, what else are you meant to do while you're literally sitting waiting for your weed or your cocaine or anything like that to be done? Go around killing people, because Rockstar basically pushed it to basically, let's do PvP shit. And you just think, why would you push stuff like that so far, and I never understood it because it was always meant to be a game about living the criminal life and everything like that. And now all it seems to be about is getting money. Rockstar just getting money.
Hello, hello. So you found a place. Well, you're the talk of the streets, my friend. Can I call you that? I feel
But
we will be great friends.
this is the
Hey,
same
look,
dialogue
this place, isn't it?
we heard
A modernist
all the
wonderhall.
time.
Very significant. My business associate lives here. We bought it for her. For him. For her. For her as a present. Because I like her. As a business associate. Anyway, here. Give me that. Yes. Perfect. I will do great. Good working with you, my friend. I'll see you again.
But anyway,
And keep this house between us.
like I said, doing this was our way of earning money. Look, 11 grand. It's nothing much anymore. The most I think you could have ever got from this mission was about 20-25 grand. Something you could easily earn now in doing, you know, sightseers, stuff like that. Stuff that you would never, like, missions like this you would never ever do again. Because, why? Why would you need to do these missions? Unless you are a brand new player who hasn't bought a shark card because you just don't have the money to. So you're trying your way to earn money for yourself. You know what? I'm gonna mute the sound on this game because it's doing me head in. But like, we did this for so long, and the first DLC, I'll admit, for the first ever DLC, it was brilliant. Like, we never experienced the DLC in this game ever before like that. Because like, what else was there to do? We just got this DLC where we didn't need to do anything. Uh, all we had was free cars. We had like, I think 2 free cars and a free van, something like that. Life was amazing. We had all this stuff. It came out, I don't probably in December maybe or November. Beach Bum. It was such a good DLC. But when time passed, it got way worse. We had heists. Don't get me wrong, heists were good. But that's the thing, the only reason Rockstar really added them was so then they could just skyrocket the price straight up. Because if you think about it, what's the point? You've got a heist where you can make the money now, you can make way more money than you could have ever have done in missions. It takes more hours, but you can do it. And then you can buy all this cool stuff, and not to mention if you did the criminal mastermind, you got like 10 million at the end of it. And it was fun, I'll admit, but it was the only way that they could basically put every car up in price to then basically start making people need to buy shark cards. So at first it was high-end apartments, then I think the next one was what, probably facility, no clue. I have no clue what the next heist was. I've completely forgot because I just don't really like the game anymore. When it first came out, I loved it, but now it's just like sort of, it's a game I can play sometimes. A game that I don't play with my friends anymore. We all play different sort of games now. We all play, like, at the moment we're all going to be playing Destiny 2. It bores me, but it's better than playing GTA where I'm constantly bored. I get on the game, I'm bored. It got to the point that I actually ended up having to do go on to 5M and start playing 5M, playing CMG, stuff like that. You know, play, you know, have a bit of fun on CMG. You know, until it got boring on CMG, because it got repetitive. Like when you play a game constantly, all the time, you realise that it just starts getting boring. And I think that's what I did with GTA. I played it so often that I ended up getting bored of it, just because it was actually, there wasn't much to it. Everything just happened to be the same all of a sudden. Like, say you're playing the game and you've just got all this stuff. Like, you get this stuff coming out, then you've got to grind for money. And as it goes to doing the weed and everything, with the oppressors constantly going around blowing you up, the reason they're doing that is because literally, they, for the entire day, they're probably doing the same thing for every business. Starting the mission, oh, they have to now go to do this to end up actually getting the produce, like the produce, just so they can actually start doing it. And I'll admit it's quite boring. I've done it. I haven't done it as far as some of my, like one of my mates has done, who earns millions and millions. It bores me because it's just that one factor of, I have to now sit and wait for this to now, like, for me to be able to do this. I can't sit and, like, I can't just get the produce, it'll instantly be there, and then I can just go straight to selling and earning me money. No, I have to get the produce, wait hours on end, to then sell it for profit. And even then, after a while, what I ended up doing was I ended up buying the produce, because I couldn't be arsed going out with that small chance of being blown up every single time. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been blown up on this game. It gets irritating. Like, you could just be doing restocking. That one person's probably just restocked and now they're bored, and you just happen to be restocking in the session that they're in, and now you've got to deal with them coming to blow you up. Don't get me wrong, there's some dicks on here who just want to see people fucking suffer, and it's horrible. But what I never understood was why Rockstar have done what they've done, because they released 2 years ago, and when it's in, is it October? Yeah, I think it's October. 3 years since they've released Red Dead 2, and there's been what, 4 or 5 DLCs for that game in its entire lifespan. I don't even reckon there's another one coming, because I think the last one that came out was Moonshine. I can't remember, because I haven't played it in so long. I I I played it on PC recently until I got banned on it, because money's just a grind on that as well. And I don't get me wrong, I kind of like the system that they, at first, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I kind of like the system, how they've got gold bars and then they've got money, because then it's two. It what we all thought was it would be a split thing, where money, yeah, you would have to earn a lot, or you could spend your gold instead. But no, some things are locked behind that gold, so you're forced to earn gold to get one thing. So, say like me, who, you know, I, I I'm fortunate enough to play all the time because of this COVID thing. So I get all the time in the world to play. Where say some people who don't, where they have to go out, they have to work in these tough times, or say someone that's maybe lost their job or something, and now they have the time in the world to play, but then they have to grind all that time just to start doing something. It's kind of like in GTA. Therefore, I modded to get all my money, my level. I literally got to the point where I did not give a fuck. I actually got that bored of GTA that made I like forced my level to there just so I'd see if I would get banned. But no, I didn't. So I thought, you know what? I'll go on Red Dead and I'll start giving I'll like give myself money and everything. Got to 20,000. I was out one day skateboarding and I checked my phone. I had an email from Rockstar saying that they have banned my account for a month. I don't get unbanned for another 12 days, which really surprised me that I could do this on GTA. I didn't affect my level. I only touched my money, only did that and got banned. But on GTA, I've affected my money, I've affected my level. I literally bought everything in the game just to prove that Rockstar don't really give a fuck. Because they don't. They expect us to keep playing this game, and right now you can see me playing it because this is just what I'm doing to record this video. On my own time, I play GTA for a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and that's it. Last time I played it before today was about a week ago. I barely play it because I don't see the excitement anymore. I I had the excitement of getting onto PC, finally playing it, you know, getting these mods and everything. And I played it, and I'll admit to you, I got to about level 30, legit. And then by that point, I was like, no, I don't want to anymore, because I constantly got calls telling me to buy this, buy that. You know, something that, like like I was saying, like say someone that doesn't have the time in the world to play it, has a real life job, you know, has a lot of real like family and everything like this. They have to come on. They have to grind out. Where, you know, a video game, you're meant to come home, relax, not grind. You're meant to just get on, just have a good time. Literally, I wouldn't mind GTA as much as if, you know, they muted those phone calls. There was a way to mute phone calls. Like, because then that wouldn't be that bad, would it? You got these muted phone calls. All you have to do is now have fun with your mates. Like me and Keegan said one time, why not make a sandbox mode? Say you've got the normal version and then you got the sandbox mode where, you know, all the blacklisted cars and everything like that that aren't allowed in the normal game are now in that game mode. But they won't do that because so many more people prefer that side to the grindy side that they won't be making money anymore, and they wouldn't be liking that. Because what's the point of having a game, re-releasing it for the third time this year? It's gonna be for the PlayStation 5. Like how desperate Rockstar and Take-Two for this money. Like, back in the day, I know I'm not that old, you know, obviously I'm 20 this year, but like, when I played San Andreas for the first time, there was none of this bullshit of the online, there was a multiplayer, a split screen sort of multiplayer. That was fun. Me and Keegan play that. We used to play that on my PlayStation 4 when I had it on PS4. I had it on the PS2, and then later on I got it on the PS3, but it was the shitty remaster version, which, if you don't realise, is it's not really classed as a remaster because it's dog shit. Because Rockstar didn't give a fuck about it. They re-released the game for its 10-year anniversary, and they couldn't give a fuck about it because of this game. The company has gone so far down in its recent years, and it's made me depressed for it, because we don't know what the next, DLC will be. We don't know what the next sort of game would be. We don't know what's happening with Red Dead anymore. Red Dead was this sort of good game that I actually quite enjoyed. I thought, you know what, when I first played it, I actually had this sort of, this is actually quite a good game. I actually really enjoyed it. They was going quite well. Like the story mode for it, I loved it. I hated that it was like 75%, I think it was. 75% it was on. And then they released Moonshine, where they ended up releasing more of the story, which put your progress back to like 55, but it was adding more of a story, which, yeah, quite good. But they went back to their old ways, locking it behind a paywall. On this game you can't buy money, you can only buy gold bars. So something, if you try and buy something and you don't have enough money, it's alright, gold bars will cover that. If you try and buy something for gold, money won't cover it. It can only be gold, which I've never understood with it, because just think how much people would play it if it would be crazy prices, because gold is quite expensive, isn't it? So, but how they basically worked it out, really, is about, I don't know, fucking $200 is about 15 gold bars or something like that. I can't remember, because I haven't played it in a while. So, compared to my GTA and Red Dead, GTA I have 200 and I think 55 hours, where my Red Dead I have 17 hours. I play it, I enjoy it, but there's not enough content. Mainly what I do is I go on there, I start a bar fight, but then they added this, they had the wanted system, but then they added, oh, now you get bounties. Why? It was good when we had the wanted, you didn't need to add the bounty part into it, where now our hard earned cash is now going to be used to pay off our bounties. And say, I don't know, say you get like, it's a stupid amount, like about a $700 bounty. Rockstar have been generous enough, even though it says 700 bounty, it'll be like 350. I understand they want this sort of, money sort of thing, but $350 in a game like that is very expensive. On the PS4, I have about $300. The Xbox One, I grinded out for a night, and this was with the collector, because collector was the thing that you could earn the most money on at the time. I earn about 7 grand. I have about 5 grand left with it. On the PC, I got myself about 20 grand and got banned, because obviously I was doing mods and shit. But I don't see how that's fair, considering why should they ban me on a game they don't plan to do fuck all with. Now don't get me wrong, in a few months or something like that they could be updating it, but as of right now they haven't, and I don't think they have for quite a few months now. If I'm correct, it's probably coming up to a year since they last updated it, which is quite bad, because you would think the newer game, they would have this sort of mindset of, oh, you know, it's a new game, people want to play it. Maybe if we stop focusing so much on GTA, people will go over there and start spending their money on that game instead. If we update it, we keep it sort of good, add a private session mode like they did on GTA straight away, and no one understood why they took a private session out, because there was no need for it. What was their idea behind of, oh, when you start playing you have to, what am I doing, it's beyond, yeah, but no one understood why they changed it, and it makes no sense. I miss playing Red Dead because it was quite good, and I know I've probably said that a lot, because the potential, just think, yeah, they've made GTA into what it is, but they could make something good of Red Dead, make their company good again, and like, what fucking hell, what they could do is add apartments, you know, do all this shit that they were able to do on this game, but for some reason can't do on that game. Also, you see random bullshit like that happen in this game. But say, you know, you're playing Red Dead, you accidentally hit someone on a horse, you're now wanted for about 10 cents. Something like that. Doesn't sound like a lot, because obviously it gets split in half to 5 cents. But say that happens to you a lot, that's a lot of your money gone. Not to mention, you've now got to spend money on ammo, because if you don't want to get that like wanted level, you're going to start shooting people to shoot off the witnesses. You're now going to have to pay for the ammo back. And then the slight chance that you do get wanted, 10 cents after shooting all those witnesses, gone up. But yeah, I'm in the middle with the games. I love Rockstar as a company. They have made some good games, but I think they need to wake up and see that what they're doing isn't right. and I just hope they learn from it, like, not my video, because there's no way in hell they would watch this, but I hope that they learn that shark cards and gold bars aren't the way of the future. They shouldn't do it. I don't mind they having that sort of system in place, but they also have to make it earnable way better, because Red Dead's gold bar system is way too, like, bad. Like, to earn one gold bar takes so long, and you just don't feel good after it. Like, I actually almost resorted to buying gold and just to buy collector, but I didn't. I stopped myself because I went, I've got bounty hunter, and yeah. But if you're still here, thank you for watching all the video. I'm sorry that I ranted for 30 minutes. I've been ranting for way too long. But yeah, that is my opinion on Rockstar. And I hope I see you in the next video. So I'll see you from now.